we had the Budapest Memorandum, which gave Ukraine the confidence to get rid of its nuclear weapons because it was being told by Russia, the United States, the UK, France, that we would guarantee the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. Well, that security architecture is under threat today. We have seen Russia invade neighboring countries, Georgia, Ukraine. We've seen them occupy territories, South Ossetia, Abkhazia, Ukraine again. We've seen them annex territory, Crimea. We've seen them declare some of these territories to be independent states, such as Abkhazia and South Ossetia. We've seen them have de facto undeclared occupations, such as Transnistria in Moldova. We've seen them change borders by force. We've seen them annex territory. But that alone is also not the principal reason that I think we need to care about this. We should care on the human side. We should care on the security side as well, but there is more. We have, as a nation, a commitment to our own core values and our own security. And quite frankly, we have countries, and Ukraine is one of the most important ones, that sits in this, and I hate to use the phrase because it's often misused, but sits in this gray area where we have not made a commitment to Ukraine's security, but simply out of a raw sense of self-preservation and of national interest, I think we owe it to ourselves and to our Ukrainian friends and allies to do much, much more to help Ukraine succeed today.
The Russian author that I read to learn how to play chess had 4 principles for chess openings, which is occupy the center, control the center, develop your pieces, and challenge your opponent. I think I could stop there.
Can I go to the Go principles, how you do the Go game, which is different?
Well, it's different. It's different, but that's the principles. And so let me, since the topic here is how to understand what Putin's doing, I think that's a good framework already. First, we should not engage in mirror imaging to think that he thinks like we would think. He's got different goals, different framework, different paradigm, different challenges, different interests. So his perspective is different. We think, many people say, oh, the economy is a mess, he can't sustain this. Well, it doesn't hit him, it only hits the people. He tries to get position where he then has options and leverage, and then where there are opportunities, he'll take advantage of it. Where there's resistance, where he doesn't have to, and he can adjust. Where there's no resistance, he'll keep going. So much of the discussion about Ukraine is nonsensical, about there's no military solution, we can't arm, we can't add to we don't want to militarize the conflict, or whatever people say about it. It's just crazy. There is a military conflict going on. There will be a military solution. The question is, what will it look like? Military force matters, and we shouldn't shy away from dealing with it. Fifth, non-military things also matter. So that all the things that we've talked about, intelligence, information warfare, propaganda, little green men, energy as a weapon, economic statecraft as a tool, all of these things also matter. So we need to think comprehensively about policy. This is a difference in thinking between Putin and the rest of us. Not having an outcome is just fine with him. The process of this, creating instability, creating conflict, creates opportunity. That is almost by definition a losing approach when you're dealing with someone like Putin, who is just very happy to create the conflict and the instability itself.
The principal reason why people are not doing more to support Ukraine is because of Russia. It is a calculation or a fear or a sentiment that the more we do, the more we run the risk of being in a confrontation with Russia, and we don't want that confrontation, and so we won't do X, Y, or Z. And then Russia understands that, and so just keeps doing what it's doing, knowing that no one is going to really try to stop them in some way.